So we're a couple of months away from the Black Phone 2, which is one of the most anticipated sequels in my opinion. Because I really love the first Black Phone. I'm excited to see what Scott Derrickson and Cargill will be doing with this next film that is going to be taking place a couple of years after the Black Phone. So we're going to get into spoilers for the Black Phone in a bit. So if you have not seen that movie, highly suggest it. Go check out some of my videos as well that I've done. We've been covering the Black Phone 2 updates as they've come around, and we're going to continue to do so until the movie releases. Let's get to 50,000 subscribers, so hit the subscribe button and notification bell right now. But the Black Phone 2 just released a couple of teasers that are teasing a Freddy Krueger-esque type sequel. So before we get into it, I want to let you know that of course spoilers ahead in 1, 2, 3. So at the end of the Black Phone, we saw that Finney ended up killing the grabber, and now we were wondering, that's it, this is a contained story, it's over, right? But no, then they announced a sequel on us, and that's because there was more story to tell, and of course the Black Phone made a ton of money, so there was more money to be made, and now we are here. Not complaining, because I think that this is going to be great. So let's talk about what exactly is going on in this trailer that is narrated by Gwen, who of course is Finney's sister. And throughout the Black Phone, we saw that Gwen was trying to help find her brother. Ultimately, she is the one that led everybody to where Finney was due to her visions and to her sort of I think psychic abilities of sorts, if you want to call it that. And I think that's going to come into play even more now, because it seems that she has a sort of connection to the grabber now, as the grabber's in the afterlife, and the grabber seems to be a Freddy Krueger type character, almost like a demon of sorts that's haunting them and still committing crimes, as we find out that the grabber actually killed 3 more kids, and we see them throughout this trailer right here. Their pictures, as you can see, and it seems that the grabber is more doing this now as a manifestation of evil than a real person. So I'm very curious as to how that's gonna be come into play here, right? It seems that they are also changing the settings. We are in a camp now, and I'm curious about what this camp is intending to do. Now, Scott Derrickson did talk about this film being a high school coming of age film, whereas the first film was a middle school coming of age film, and I've made videos talking about that aspect of it. If you want to go check it out, I'll leave them right here if you want to see which videos those are. They're on my channel, and we talked about it earlier this year. So I'm very excited about that sort of look into Finney now, as he's growing older and he's trying to see where he goes in his life, get away maybe from that backstory he has with a grabber and the kid who survived the grabber. Maybe he's trying to get that title away, because it sort of makes him an outcast of sorts. And at the same time, he now has to deal with the grabber trying to get retribution on him and his sister Gwen for ultimately ending his life. So the grabber is out here seeking revenge, and honestly, the shot of the grabber in this teaser, as you can see, terrifying. Honestly, I'm very excited for this movie. It has that sinister vibe going for it in the whole trailer, which I really do love, and I love that Scott Derrickson's tapping into that, because I think that is one of the strongest horror films we've had in the last 20 years or more. And I think that that is definitely a way to go into this movie, because that is what we basically have with the grabber, almost like a Bagul type character, or Freddy Krueger if you will, that's just taking these kids in the night. And it looks like this movie is going to get a lot darker, a lot gorier, and just plain out evil. Honestly, this trailer gave me evil vibes, and I'm here for it because it just looks great, honestly. So like I said, a different setting. It's the cold, the snow. I think that adds a different layer to it. I'm very curious about the shots where we see the grabber's mask in the frozen ice and clawing away at it. It was such a great touch to the whole trailer as well. And we do have these 3 kids that now have been murdered by the grabber. It seems there seems to be a lookout for another kid as well. As you can see in the trailer, there's a whole police looking for someone, and I'm curious as to how this is going to all work out. Do people know it's a supernatural element, or do they just believe it's some man who's out there doing these things? Could it be a possession type of thing, almost like another film that came out a long time ago, which was The Exorcist 3, which kind of dealt with being possessed by somebody? And I won't get more into that because I don't know if that's spoilers for that film, but I'm curious about what exactly is going on. I'll have a theory video for you coming out as well this week, so stay tuned for that. I just wanted to quickly go over the trailer and some of the things we saw in it. So as you can see, we do have the phone booth here, which is going to come into play a lot. And of course, you don't have a black phone movie without the black phone, which I think is curious right here. This is the camp right here, Alpine Lake Youth Camp. So I think maybe Finney's got into some trouble, or maybe Gwen, and that's why they're sent out to this camp, or both of them. I'm not entirely sure. I really do believe Gwen is going to be more terrorized by the grabber in this film, from what I've read from previous interviews with Scott Derrickson, which I do have a video for that if you want to check it out. We do learn that one of the boys was actually burned alive, and we do get a quick glimpse of that, which I thought was interesting right here. We also see that the grabber's old home has been vandalized, and this could potentially lead to more of the grabber's fury and the afterlife and trying to get retribution for what has happened to him. And also one of the boys here frozen in ice as well. So I'm telling you, this movie is getting pretty sick and dark. As you can see here, the grabber burns in hell is what it says right there. So that grabber definitely is in hell, and he's come back with hell and fury to try and take down all of those who stopped. Now, I'm excited. Like I said, this just looks eerie. It looks very creepy, menacing. I mean, this shot right here with the kid in the snow, that is just like downright evil looking. The kid here again with the burn. These are the 3 victims that are the latest for the grabber as well, and we'll see what happens. This movie comes out later in the fall, and I am definitely excited to see if it's premiering at some festivals, maybe Fantastic Fest. I believe that the first Black Phone did premiere at Fantastic Fest, so we could potentially see that there, but we shall see. We shall see. Super excited for this movie. Let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Are you excited? Are you going to be watching it? This snowman picture was so creepy, honestly. There is not a creepier snowman. Maybe that snowman horror movie, but that's a whole other thing. But anyways, let me know what you thought about the Black Phone 2 teasers. Hopefully we get a trailer maybe in the next coming weeks. I believe we will, because we do have Megan coming out as well in June, so that would potentially lead to a trailer then, because Blumhouse. Some of the things that flashed throughout this trailer as well is dead is just a word, and that's pretty much it. And of course the money shot right here with the grabber reappearing for the first time, and also this person getting dragged into a van. I couldn't make out if that was Madeleine McGraw's Gwen character or not, but we do see somebody getting taken, as well as the infamous black balloons the grabber always has. So let me know what you thought about this trailer, this teaser. Are you excited for the Black Phone 2? Will you be watching it in theaters? Did you enjoy the first Black Phone, or did you not? Let me know down below in the comments. But as always, that's going to do it for me. I do have a theory video. I just wanted to break down some of the things in this new teaser that was showcased, and I will talk more theories about what potentially could be a storyline that we're looking at here. Stay tuned for that video later this week. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification. Our goal for the summer is 50,000 subscribers. We are 10,000 away from that, so let's get to it. I'll see all of you next time. As always, stay safe, stay positive.